Hello, my name is Colleen Paul Huss.
And I'm Rich Paul Huss. Colleen and I are the founders of the PARC, of which we have a school called the Academy. And today is winter solstice, so we're going to be celebrating winter solstice through a ceremony called the Spiral of Light.
Celebrating these kind of ceremonies allow us as a homeschool group to bring a deeper, more authentic meaning to our children's education. Of course, reaching high grades and high marks are important to us, but it's about building community, social etiquette, and observing the nature around us and guiding us throughout the year. So I would like to introduce Gina Pirani. She's the mother to 2 children here. She is a practical arts teacher, but we like to call her our community builder, and she really is the impetus to these celebrations throughout the year. Gina, can you tell us a little bit more of why celebrating this winter solstice and spiral of light is important to the children and to the families here?
Absolutely. So the very essence of the Academy is nature-inspired learning. And so we take every opportunity that we can to slow down and observe the seasonal rhythms going on around us. So outside in the world right now, there's a busyness, a fast, hurried pace as we prepare for the holidays and prepare to welcome our families and get gifts and prep food. And if we look to nature, we see quite the opposite. The earth is going to sleep. You know, the plants are going into dormancy, the animals are storing away food for the winter. So today, with this observation of the spiral of light, we're taking a moment to mimic that, to mimic nature, to go within and find our own light, which is the very essence of the spiral of light. This specific ceremony has been co-created by the educators and students throughout the last weeks. Last week we hand-dipped these wax candles, which are going to be used in the ceremony today. The children each picked out their own apples with intention to bring. The apples represent the hidden seeds of potential within us all. The evergreens are representative of the sustaining abundance of life around us. So what we'll do is each member of this community will come in to a darkened room in silence, and our amazing practical arts instructor, Mr. Helly, will be playing instrumental music. And the children and each member of our community will walk through the spiral to the very center and light their candle and spiral back out. The spiral itself is representative of the seasonal rhythms, so we start at summer solstice, make our way through autumn to winter solstice. We stop to pause, and we light our candle, make our way throughout the spiral again to spring and back to summer. So the spiral is representative not only of the seasonal rhythms, but of our own journey within to gain our light and bring it back out into the world.
Yeah, and really you can see that spiral everywhere in nature. It's called the golden ratio or the Fibonacci sequence. You see it in the nautilus shell, in the pine cones that are on the floor, in the universe,
in
our
the fingertips.
Sky. Yeah. So yeah, I'm obsessed with spirals.
Yes.
So thank you so much for joining us virtually for our first Academy Spiral of Light. It really touched all of our hearts to watch all the children walk in the spiral and back out. But what I really loved is seeing that when a child's candle went out, there are multiple children who tried to light that candle, to relight that candle, but in the end, the candle went out on its own. So what that tells me is we're all responsible for the light within us, even though someone else can try to light up our light. But then another thing I noticed that was when a teacher, an educator, went to go light that child's light that was burnt out, that had went out, it stayed lit. So that like shows me the importance of an educator's purpose in a child's life, or a parent's purpose in a child's life.